What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about ZBCN today, ZEBEC. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. I wanted to make a video today on ZEBEC because I know yesterday you had a big day. You were up 14%, right? At least that's what it says there on KuCoin. What were you up yesterday as far as the standard goes? Yeah, 13%, whatever. And it does look nice. It's always exciting whenever you move higher, but what this is just a lower high inside of this megaphone range, inside of this bull flag that we're in right now, right? It's nothing. It's not a breakout move yet, and it's nothing to get too excited about. It's exciting. It's always fun whenever the move comes up, but not financial advice, not a financial advisor. If you didn't take that as an opportunity to sell, I don't know if now or any prices below are a good time to sell. You never know when this breakout's going to come. It could happen at any single point in time, but if my suspicions are accurate, I would think we do go lower. I don't know if we go lower than this low. That looks like the low to me. Like that's that candle, that whole series, the candle before, the candle after, the candle of, it looks like the low. That looks like the low. And if it is, you're probably going to come down and form a higher low, maybe around where this low was, right? In preparation of breaking out of this overall flag, right? But I don't think you're doing it yet. Okay, I don't think you're doing it yet. Not on the weekend. Not over the weekend. No way. No way, Jose. Looking at this on a 1 hour time frame here. Looking at the RSI, you do have a little bit of bearish divergence. You pushed with a little bit of volume coming in, but not enough. It wasn't really more volume. And yes, your volume grew, but it wasn't like what you want to see, right? And it's a lower high overall. You're looking at this rejection here. You got that final higher push, and you had a nice little run, but it looks like you're falling off a cliff. It looks like you're going to go down. On the bright side, this drop it's not happening with a lot of volume, so I don't think you're going to pursue lower prices than this. I think you're just going to see some kind of a retracement based off of this low to this high here. So being at the 382 now, 0018 is the price. It wouldn't surprise me at all if you moved up to 00188, 00189, maybe even have some kind of a double top. Wouldn't surprise me in the least if something like this happens, so don't get too excited there either. But being here, I don't think that you're done. I think that you do pursue lower prices, something around at least 00173, if not all the way down to 00166 to 00162, somewhere in that zone. I like the golden ratio. It makes a lot of sense to me, but maybe you find support at the 0.5. A lot of cryptos have done that lately. It is possible this is your low, but if that's the case, you're going to be in a nice tight consolidation over the weekend and getting ready for that breakout coming next week. Something like that could happen. I mean, it's very possible. As long as you're holding 00179 as support, I suppose you are absolved of going to 00173 to 00162. But I think if I had a place that I had to guess you're going to go to, I like this area. Low closes over here, support right there, right? A little bit of turbulence right there, and it's right in the heart of the golden ratio zone. So I like that 0.0016424. I like that there. Maybe we go there, maybe we don't, but that's just the 1 hour perspective talk, and it looks to me like you've broken out of this uptrend here, and you are looking to start something new to the downtrend. Expect volatility. I'd expect by maybe the first 8 hours after this video, maybe the first 3 hours after this video, maybe it's just 1 hour. We're up here. And then we start progressing lower. So don't get excited if we do move higher from here. Although it might be exciting. Let's see, 4 hour time frame here. You're getting higher highs in the RSI with lower highs in the price. That is hidden bearish divergence. It's not a good thing. You tipped into the overbought zone, which is nice, but you rejected right out of it immediately. And you're looking like you're getting past the 60 there. So likely you do go lower, right? And just looking at it here, I think it's a lot more obvious to see that this is probably the area that you go to for support. Prior resistance there, prior resistance there, prior support right there, even wicking support right there. And then from a low to a high, of course, that is right there in the golden ratio zone. So something around 00166, 00162 looks very incriminating in my perspective, but at least 00173 is the expectation. Again, unless of course you just see some kind of high and tight consolidation here at the top. And if you do that, 2 days from now, we'll talk about this and be like, hey, I was wrong. You're going to break out and go to the upside. And then guess what? In 2 days from now, if I'm right, hey, I was right. You're going to break out to the upside. In one way or another, you're going to. You're going to. So don't be worried about it. It's just, I think if you wait, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, you'll probably have a better opportunity to buy over the next couple of days than even right now. Which, it's nice right now. You're down about 6% on the day. That's nice, but I think you have a little bit lower to go. And soon enough, higher to go. This absolutely does look like a bull flag. Where it's going to take you from a low to a high here, the expectation would be, and I believe that's your low. I don't believe you go lower than that. So I'm pretty confident in this measure move here. If you go lower, it deducts the measure move a little bit, but we'll see. Maybe if you were to go lower, maybe at your absolute worst case scenario, 00142. Okay? But probably that's it. If you make it down there. I don't know if you do, but if you do, that's a possible case scenario. Okay? If this is your measure move and that is your low, my expectation would be that ZEBEC is probably by the end of May going to be worth something on the lines of about half a cent just below there, right? 0045, 0046, maybe just above, maybe just below. This is the measure move. This is the idea. Watch you go right smack dab to it. That's perfect when that happens, and it does happen a good bit of the time. There's a reason why these measure moves exist. Sometimes you fall short of it. Sometimes you blast through it, you know. Sometimes you hit it right on the nose, and then you rip through it still. You know what I mean? Like, anything and everything in between can happen. We take our relative high here back from February 23rd this year to the low that we had on April 23rd this year. High to low, finding support at the golden ratio. When you rip up, I mean, that measure move, it takes you right to the golden ratio here, the 1618. So exactly what I was just saying. You could stop just below it. You could go just above it. Something most likely off of this measure move, if I had to guess, the most expected thing would be that we don't stop at 0045, but either somewhere in between I wouldn't even say in between, something around 0043, if not there, 0058. And absolutely, I'm leaning toward this higher target. Why? Because you're finally breaking out of this year-long consolidation accumulative range here. You're about to let loose the goose. That goose likes to fly when it gets let loose, right? You're not going to minimum perform. You're not going to underperform. You're probably going to overperform, if anything. Still, though, the minimum standard here should be 0043, about 188% pump. This is by the end of the month, right? This is the expectation by the end of May. Not by the end of June, not by the end of this next run, just by the end of May. And if you're not here by the end of May, maybe you're there in the first week of June. Well, but whatever. Timing is not the easiest thing to get with this game. Technical, anybody can call a price, and anybody can get that price to be correct. But a price and a date, it's difficult. 005, but still we try. Someone told me, they're like, if you know it's difficult, why do you do it? It's like, well, what do you mean? Like, what, have you ever seen a good movie? That's like a quote from a good movie right there. What do you mean? If it's something that's hard to do or impossible to do, I'm not going to be deterred from trying to do it. Even if I am wrong on the timing half the time or more than half the time, I'm probably wrong on the timing way more than I am on the price. Not probably, I know I am, but inevitably we'll get there. And beyond that, I really do have reasons to believe that, and strong suspicions that by the end of the month of May, you will be at 0043, if not there, 0058 to 00565, something in that range. But inevitably, it's all going to come true. Whether it's the end of May, whether it's right in the beginning of June, whether, you know, we're going higher than that even by the end of July, or sorry, by the end of June, if not early July. All of those things are going to happen. So ZBCN, really good posturing right now, really good consolidation phase. I like it right here. Perfect. Looks great. Just not ready yet. Okay. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.